So guys, in today's video I want to be talking on how to pray with the full moon. Like I promised earlier that every month I'm going to be reminding you of this praying with the full moon, and I'm going to be updating you when the full moon will be coming, because praying with the full moon is another powerful way you can liberate yourself. You can get anything you want from your God. You can destroy anybody that wants to destroy you. You can take away whatever the enemy has taken away from you. So praying with the full moon is not something that anyone that understands the benefit of the moon should play with, because this is something that happens in monthly basis. So it's an opportunity for you to grab it and table your request. And I bet you, since ever I came to understand, or I came to know about praying with the full moon, praying with the full moon is an automatic prayer if only you do it exactly the way you're supposed to do it. And there is a lot of testimony from people that is performing this particular praying every month, which I promise that I'm going to be sharing with you how to pray with the full moon. So good morning to you, all my beautiful people. Good afternoon and good evening. I'm greeting you depending on wherever you're watching me from. If you are new in this channel, you're highly welcome. My name is Promise. In this channel, I talk about the spiritual tips, how to use natural things spiritually to help our life. All right. So relax and follow us. You are not going to regret it. And for my returning subscribers, thank you very much for coming back always. I love you and stay blessed. Okay. Now, like I said, today's video I am talking on the benefit of the full moon, how to pray with the full moon, what item you need to pray with the full moon, and how to present your prayer with the full moon to get an automatic answer. All right, and believe me, it has been an amazing journey, and there is a lot of testimonies. Believe me, there is. If you want to see more of the testimony, check the video that I did maybe last month or last 2 months concerning this full moon. Go under the comment section. You are going to see yourself what God is doing. Now, even the Bible said in Psalm 89 verse 37, he said that it shall be permanent as the moon is going to bear witness. It shall be permanent as the moon is going to bear witness to whatever you are saying. So this means that if you are doing this praying of the full moon, and you are, let's assume maybe you are praying for a particular thing, maybe somebody is tormenting your life, maybe somebody is wickeding you, bewitching you, whether you know or you don't know the person, and you know that you are not guilty of that particular thing, my dear, full moon, you can pray with the full moon. It shall be witness that when you are tabling it, because you're innocent, because you are innocent of that particular thing, it works. All right. So if you are not innocent, I'm not saying that maybe you are guilty of one thing or the other, but anytime that you're guilty of something, if you are praying with the full moon, always ask for forgiveness. Always ask God to forgive you, because you can only lie to human, but you cannot lie to God. You cannot lie to the nation. You cannot lie to the creatures of God. You can only lie to me because I am a human. You can lie to your fellow human being, but you cannot lie to all this I mentioned. So the full moon prayer is very, very important in everybody's life. Why I'm trying to explain this very well is because that amazing testimony, and I pray to God Almighty that, and believe that everybody, as far as you belong to this channel, you are going to share your own testimony. Last 3 months, a lady prayed with a full moon prayer. She got an amazing testimony. She got a lot of money that she has been expecting. All right, so many of them. Now, if you want to pray with the full moon, how do you go about doing the prayer with the full moon? So before I start saying that, this month full moon is coming up tomorrow, which is 19th of August. I mean 19th of November. Sorry, I'm just beating the drum back. Sorry. So this month full moon is on the 19th, which is tomorrow. Now somebody, like, I last month after the video, somebody now came after the full moon and was like telling me that we can I go and pray. Why it's called full moon is that this is the first day is coming. And if you have lived in the east before, you will notice that if you are living in the east, notice that any age person that understand, immediately they see the full moon, they will all come outside. Some will be dancing, some will be praying, and these things works very well. Now, how do you perform this full moon? Let's assume there is a particular thing you are expecting or you are praying for, and maybe that thing is not yet happened, or the thing is delaying. All right, maybe you are praying for visa, you are praying for children, you are praying for breakthrough, you are praying for success, you are praying for anything at all. Now, get a plain sheet of paper, all right, that did not have any line. Now, first of all, you are going to write your name. All right, you are going to write your name on that plain sheet of paper 3 times. All right, boldly write your name at the top. Now let's assume you can make this prayer on behalf of somebody. Let's assume maybe you want to pray for your brother, or you want to pray for your sister for healing, or you want to pray for your mother, or you want to pray for your friend. The person is going, you are going to write the name of the person. If you are praying for your family, you just write your family name. All right, now this is what you do. After that, you are going, after writing the names of the person that you're praying for, or your name, now you're going to list down your prayer request. But I mostly advise you to list down just few things. Don't be greedy. All right, don't be greedy. Just write few things that you know that you can acknowledge when it happens. What I mean that you can acknowledge that I have prayed for this, and this is the period I make this prayer. From this to this, I've gotten this. So you will know that God have done it. Because mostly we are being ignorant. We are being ungrateful. Sometimes when you do something, or when somebody tells you something, you do it because the person is not closer to you. You will not just go and appreciate that person. I'm not saying it must is much you appreciate me, whether it's me or anybody. Let me tell you, those things is permanenting those things. Remember that when God did the miracle, he opened the how the 10 people's it's only one person that came back and show a thanksgiving. And you remember what happened? He said, and out of 10 people, that is only one that came. So let that healing remain permanent. Why I'm trying to educate you in all these things is not because of me, it's because of you, so that anything you receive will remain permanent. Some people will just be like, oh Lady P, I tried this your recipe, I did this thing for this and it worked for me, I did this one for this and it worked for me, I did this, but there is this particular one that I want you to have. Now those ones that you've done, what effort have you made? Not just for me. If your spirit did not tell you, go back to the DP. There is an orphanages, there is widows, there is beggars. Go there and show appreciation. This thing, you are showing it to God. It doesn't matter. You are just showing it to God. You are showing your gratitude. You are showing your appreciation to God, not keeping it to yourself. If you are a Christian, go to church, give thanksgiving. If you can do Saraka, that is what they call it. Do it for the congregation. Let them celebrate with you. Don't just keep something to yourself. Let me tell you, you see this giving, you see this testimony, you see this thanksgiving, it opens more way. That's why sometimes some people, I had somebody like, I'm sorry, I would just want to educate you so that you will understand this principle. I have somebody like, you came to me and was like, oh Lady P, this is what happened to me, and I prayed this, and I went to one particular church, and the man of God prayed for me, and I'm expecting this. He was expecting visa. Now, and after the man of God, according to him, I was not. They said this thing happened 5 years ago, and after the man prayed for me, and after everything, I was given that. And although I made a promise, he didn't tell me that he made a promise anyway. He said that, and I traveled, immediately I got there, I got a work, I was working, I was receiving a lot of money, and all of a sudden the doors closed. On the process of praying, on the process of doing all we can do as a human, I asked him, before that man pray for you, in the presence of that man, there is something you agree in your heart. He said he could not remember again. I said, there is a promise that you made. Please try to remember that, because this is the promise that is crying, that is blocking these blessings. that you're supposed to have been multi-billionaire, not even millionaire, but because of unfulfillment of this promise, that is why things closed by. And he said, oh, I remembered that when the man was praying for me, I made a covenant, although I didn't tell the man, but I said it in my heart, that if this thing happens, that I'm going to, if I travel to Australia, that my first salary, I'm going to return it back to this man to appreciate him. Did you see the power of words? That is what, even when I got home, I just took my passport and I used it up. I say, if God answer me with this prayer that this pastor prayed for me, and I got this visa, once I travel to Australia, my first salary is, I'm going to return it back to this church, because it's a small church according to him. Believe me, all I'm telling you, I was not there when everything happened. Okay, now, and devil, that is how devil do his own thing. He will just do it in a way that you self, you will be discouraged. You say, how will I, hey, this big money, how will I do this? And immediately the guy traveled. He met a very big opportunity, and he said the first money he got, about 29,000 USD. I don't know how much it is. Now he was not thinking, how do I return this? We say, okay, let me just use this one and buy land. Then after, I will, when I got another one, I will send. You see, he has violated, that is defined that agreement he had. Sometimes we talk unnecessarily, not knowing the spirit that is between that word that we say. And since then, the thing did not happen. 1 year passed, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. This is 5 years according to him, and everything closed. Even the one that he was achieved, he started selling everything. What is the solution? The solution is that you got $29,000, right? Go and look for $29,000. If you have a property, do you have a property? He said, yes, I have a property that is up to that. Go and sell it. Go back to that man. Go and look for that man. He said, LDP, can I give it to you? Can I give it to offer? I said, no. Go back to that man. If you know that man that you made that promises to, go back to that man and fulfill that promise. You see, that is life. Sometimes that is some little things that we may be experiencing, not knowing that is the mistake that we made by ourselves without knowing. All right, so what I'm trying to explain to you, if you want to go to the moon to pray, please open your heart. All I need is your testimony. That is the only thing that gives me joy. Open your heart. Don't just examine yourself. Ask yourself a questions. All right, now please, I am sorry if I waste your time, but I'm just trying to explain so that you will understand where I am going, and to understand the little mistakes that somebody can do. Why I'm saying it is that maybe when you go to the moon to pray now, you just pray, it's like a woman that wants to give birth. You will just be saying a lot of things, doing this. After the baby comes up, everything is Sarah. It's not like that with God. Any promises that you made, no matter how difficult it is, sometimes the devil will just make it to be difficult, but try to fulfill it. That is where the doors will open. That is by the way. Now, get a plain sheet of paper, write your prayer request, all right? Now, get yourself a cinnamon. Get original honey. All right? Get yourself original honey. Get cinnamon powder. This one is a stick. If you have the stick, you can blend it. You need the powder. Now, mix cinnamon and inside that honey. If you have sugar, add sugar to it. If you don't have sugar, don't worry. The honey will serve that. Now, mix it together. Okay? Now, when you mix it together, you get 7 pieces of white candle. I've already showed you what white candle stands for. It stands for light. It stands for purity. It stands for open doors. It stands for anything about good thing. Get 7 pieces of white candle. If you cannot get 7, get 3. All right? Get 3 or 7. Now, first of all, after you've put in your honey inside your cinnamon, you are going to turn it very well with your right middle finger. So you can do this before that moon is coming. All right? Just turn it with your right middle finger. Okay? Now, use it and fortify, or use it and rub it on the candle. All right? If you want to do it, let's assume, for example, this is my candle now. All right, and you want to apply your cinnamon and your honey. All right, Don't do it like this. Don't start massaging like this. No, because now you are claiming those things, unless you are praying like you want to remove sickness, you want to remove, but anyone it is, just massage from up down. All right, now after you've done doing that, now that paper that you have written your prayer request, everything, still use that cinnamon and that honey and use it and rub all over that particular paper. Make sure it cover it. Now on the full moon, immediately you see the moon, you go outside. I told you that. Go outside, stand. You can kneel down, you can stand up. All right, take all your item, both everything that you use you want to use to pray. Go outside. Now you're going to hold it in your hands. If you are kneeling down, fine, facing the moon. Somebody was asking me the other time, can I stay inside my house and pray for the moon? No. If you are staying inside your house, are you seeing the moon? So this particular one, you need to go outside to pray. So go outside facing the moon. Now start praying. Praying according to those things that you have written on that particular request. That's your petition. That's your prayer request. That God, from today to the next full moon, I want all these things to start manifesting in my life. If anyone is causing this setback in my life, financial lack, sickness, disappointment, failure, Lord, as I am standing, let the moon be judge, let the moon be a witness, according to your word in Psalm 89 verse 37. If you can read it, you will see it. It says that it shall be permanent as the moon is going to bear witness. So today, moon, you are bearing witness. I have not offended anybody, so why will I be suffering? I have not stopped anybody's business. How will somebody stop my business? I have not killed anybody. Why would somebody want to kill me? I have not envied anybody. Why would somebody stop my progress? So you just pray, table your desire, be serious, don't be distracted. Just be focused. Pray to the moon according to your strength. If you can pray to 1 hour, fine. If you can pray to 2 hours, fine. Depending on the pains in your heart. You are not talking, remember that moment, you are not talking to me. You are not talking to anybody. You are talking to your creator. You are talking to God Almighty. You are talking to the moon to bear you witness. This prayer I'm telling you is working instantly. Now, after you've done praying to the moon, according to your satisfaction, like I said, now that pepper and that candle that you've written, do what I asked you to do, take it inside. Why I asked you to take it inside? Because if you should on it outside, the breeze or something might blow it off. So you take it inside, anywhere in your house where you know it is safe, either in your room or your parlor. Just place that pepper on the floor and put the candle, either 7 candle, round it on that pepper, all right, or the 3 candle, round it on that pepper. Then light it on. As you light it on, you say, oh God, as I've lighted this light, and the light is good thing, that nobody will off my light nobody will off my light in this life. No power will off my light in this life. As far as this light is shining, that is how my life, my health, my business, my everything I'm doing, so shall it be light. Whatever you pray concerning those your prayer requests, let everything automatically turn to light. And you know, whenever there is darkness and light comes there, everybody will see. So that is what you are doing. You are manifesting it. You are practicalizing it. All right. Now, after you on the light and allow the light to burn down on the candle. Now, when you light that light, you are going to keep a full bucket of outside under the moon. You can put it when you are praying. You can put it when you want to sleep. Make sure you put a full bucket of water outside. Now, if you are living where you cannot put water outside because of security reasons, all right? Now, there is what is called early morning dew. That particular day, when you sleep, when you get to maybe 3, 4, 5, take a bucket of water, go outside and put it. That is for those people living in a public compound that you cannot put water. Now, take that bucket of water early morning, maybe 3, 4, 5, when that early morning dew will be falling. Go and drop your own water. Now that water that you drop in the morning, if you wake up in the morning, go outside and bathe with that water. Now before you bathe with that water, still put 3 spoons of original or that honey. The honey should be original. Put 3 spoons of honey inside that particular water. Now you put cinnamon, 3 spoons of cinnamon and 3 spoons of sugar inside that water. You put your middle finger and you stir it and pray that this water, everything in this water is about sweetness. As you are bathing with this water, that so shall your life transform immediately, that everything about you should become sweet, that nothing shall quench this sweetness, that when something is bitter and the sugar or honey enters into it, the thing becomes sweet. And the water is life. That means everything about you should automatically become life. Then after that, you use that water to bathe. Don't use soap, don't use sponge. All right, as you're bathing, just be praying those good things of life in your life, especially this Imber month. Be praying and claiming those things. Then after you've done bathing, you are done. For that pepper you burned yesterday night, remember that the candle cannot burn that pepper. All right, you just place the candle and maybe the wax might have melted. Allow the candle to burn finish. Now just take it outside, burn it normally. So burn that pepper normally, all right, with the candle wax. If you can burn the wax, fine. If you cannot, just remove the wax. Just burn that pepper. After burning it, put the ashes in your palm and say, as you have prayed, that from now till the next full moon, you are going to give testimony of this your prayer request. Then blow it off. You are done. You are done. All right, so this is how to pray with the full moon. This full moon, please, I want everybody to participate. It's not evil. Remember to read Psalm 89 verse 37. Just 37. It's just very small short verse. Read it. That is if you read Bible. If you don't read Bible, just go ahead and make your prayers, okay? And believe me, the God Almighty will grant your heart desire. So it's very, very amazing prayer. And how to table your prayer. If somebody is tormenting, maybe somebody is threatening your life, somebody is boasting over you, somebody is doing anything, my dear, try this particular thing. Just report that particular person to the moon, and you're going to see what is going to happen. If you are innocent of that which that person is accusing you of, believe me, you are coming back to testify. Thank you very much for watching. I love you all. Stay blessed wherever you are, and see you in my next video. So if you are not yet subscribed, please do subscribe and follow us. I promise you are not going to regret it. See you in my next video. Bye.